I'm Barbara Barrow. I'm the Southwest Region Executive Director for Canine Companions for Independence. Canine Companions is a national nonprofit organization that provides assistance dogs to people with disabilities completely free of charge. This year we're celebrating our 40th anniversary, and since our founding in 1975, we have placed almost 5,000 assistance dogs, and last year we placed a record 289 dogs.
Speak. Yeah, buddy.
Canine Companions relies on donor and volunteer support to provide assistance dogs free of charge to people with disabilities. We estimate that a $50,000 investment is required to breed, train, place, and provide ongoing follow-up services for a Canine Companions assistance dog. In 2007, Canine Companions developed the Wounded Veterans Initiative to provide more assistance dogs to our veterans, especially those returning from the conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan. Veterans with hearing loss, limb amputations, and spinal cord injuries benefit from Canine Companions assistance dogs. We have placed 125 assistance dogs in roles that serve veterans with disabilities. In addition to helping with practical tasks, the assistance dogs serve as battle buddies and help veterans transition to civilian life and a life with a new disability.
I work at the Center for the Intrepid. It's the Military Rehabilitation Center here in San Antonio. We rehabilitate all men and women who are injured, either in combat or not, back to either return to duty or just back to return to normalcy in life. Beans and I work there. I'm a firearms instructor there. I do it for rehabilitation purposes. I teach these men and women to shoot again so they can return back to duty or just recreationally shoot. Beans goes and spends the day with me every day while we're at work, and she seconds as a facility dog. I always tell people, she does more every day than can be imagined even for me. She does it for everybody that I work with, all the patients. We go for a walk 2 or 3 times down on the different floors, the physical therapy floor, the occupational therapy floor, and she just gets to say hi to all the guys and cheer them up. And you can see a difference in everybody when she walks through the floor, when they're working hard or they're just getting there with the unknown of what's ahead of them with rehabilitation. And here comes Beans prancing down the hall or prancing down the center floor. And it's great to just see her, the effect she has on not only the patients but the staff also. When the staff has a hard day, they come up to my office and they can sit down and pet on Beans and just have a great time. And you can just see it in their face almost instantly after sitting down with her for a few minutes.
My name is Jeffrey Adams. I served 6.5 years in the United States Army. I was wounded November 7th, 2004, lost my leg in Baghdad, Iraq. Soon after, while I was in Walter Reed, I saw many service members that had service animals. And I asked one of the physical therapists how I would go about getting one, and he informed me there's a group on the block, the big dog, so to speak, named Canine Companions for Independence, and they're looking at beginning a veterans initiative. I contacted them, and long story short, they paired me up with Sharif, and it was great. Canine Companions for Independence, I've never seen a broader collection of more selfless people. And it's really awe-inspiring and amazing of what these people do. Most of it volunteer, especially when you look at the puppy raisers and the care and the love they give into these animals. Even the prisoners. Sharif was raised in a prison in Mississippi, and just the time and effort that goes into that is really, it leaves you speechless sometimes to realize people put that much effort into helping others. The great thing with Canine Companions for Independence and their employees is they actually care. It's not like some other dog organization that say, hey, here's your dog, have fun. You get there, and the great part is they pair you up with your animal. You're there for 2 weeks. The first week you're training with multiple dogs. At the end of that week, they say, write down the favorite dog you want. They take the piece of paper and throw them away and say, we really don't care what you think. And they mean in the greatest way, because they know those dogs better than we do. they know their capabilities and they know our needs, and they pair up to what you really need and will really aid you the best in your life. And that's a lot better personal touch, more of a personal aspect than I expected to see with them. Sharif has about 40 different commands he can do, most of them physical commands, whether it's sit down, stay, picking up objects, open doors. I don't necessarily utilize him for many of those at all. He's more of a companion, someone there that's with you when you have the good times and the bad times. It's not always the tangible aspects that these companion dogs bring to the table. There's a gentleman who graduated with us in our class when I received Sharif about 6 years ago. He's wheelchair bound. At the time he was in middle school. Instead of being the kid in the wheelchair that may or may not be picked on at school, now he's the kid with a dog. And that just improves his life tenfold, more so in any way than picking up a pencil off the ground would.
My name's Corporal Justin Crabb. I was an E4 in the Marine Corps. I got hurt August 2011, stepped on a pressure plate IED, lost both my legs above the knee, multiple fingers. Did rehab for about 1.5 years, and then I got NOM this past February. You individualize the skills, because they teach him 45 commands, but he doesn't need every 45 commands for me personally. They help me tailor them to the commands that'll help better suit my needs. Bending down is really hard for my wrist to pick things up, so when I drop my keys, he gets down, he picks them up for me and brings them to me. If I have something in my hands when I'm going in my house, I have push buttons for my doors. He jumps up, pushes them open for me. And then when I'm out in public, before I had him, a lot of people would stare at me. Now when I go out in public, the attention goes straight to him. And it's a whole new experience once you get to take him home and it's actually your dog, you know. My life totally changed once I got him. I would definitely like to say thanks to every single person at CCI, everybody that's donated to CCI, because without them, none of this would be possible. I mean, these dogs are very expensive dogs. You have to take time, 2.5-year process to train them, all that time and energy and money. You can't say thank you enough for everything that they do, you know. The emotional part of it too, you know, going out in public and being able to interact with people, talking to them about a dog, an organization, and educating people about CCI instead of about me. You know, I hate it when people try and talk to me about my situation. I want to educate them on something that's actually going to help other people.